all right, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I come with greetings for everybody out there on ground zero. It's been quite a while where I know fit come for up. Forget a conversation like this one, and that is why I call this open mic, so that every one of you, where it don't be a long time to hear from me, you get an opportunity to pick your phone and call in the course of this broadcast for ask any question, or for make a contribution in any sphere of the struggle. Thank you for tuning in. I welcome all of you on Ground Zero, all of you in the diaspora from Europe to the USA, Canada, South America, the Middle and the Far and the Near East. Thank you a lot. Tonight we're going to discuss quite a number of issues, and I will be throwing some light on those issues so that every one of you get understanding of what we are thinking on some of those issues. As usual, please, all when I join by way of social media, especially Facebook, go ahead, hit your share button. Let's make sure that we populate the platform. Also, YouTube is live, Twitter is live, Roku is live, and of course, satellite television is also live. Thank you so much. Please hit your share button if again you join by way of Facebook. I want to see the numbers jumping. I like to see the numbers jumping. So please go ahead and quickly hit your share button and tell everybody out there that the Anchorman is not live. He is live, and you can see him, feel him, and touch him. So please do that. And of course, don't forget, I will open my phone lines in the course of this show. When I say open mic is like a podcast where you can call anytime in the course of the show to make a contribution. So you don't have to wait until when I open the phone lines for make a contribution or for call in, but you can call in to stop me to ask a question. I just hope that you will ask a relevant question, not a question for challenge, not a question for provoke, a question that will lead to others learning something or grabbing something from it. So please, when I go ahead, hit that share button. Let everybody out there know that the Anchorman is right here, alive. I will be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for staying put in there. Please go ahead once more and hit your share button if you have joined by way of Facebook. And of course, YouTube, if you are watching by way of YouTube, I expect you to send out the link to somebody. Let's get as many people as possible joining the broadcast here. Again, this is going to be very illuminating, very educative, and I expect to have as many people as possible logged in to be part of this broadcast. It is important we do that. I've spent a lot of time trying to do this to prepare this broadcast before I come to you live. And so I want you to do your part by hitting the share button. We didn't advertise this. Nobody knew I was coming up live. And so let's send Let's send a link to them to remind them if they can join, great. If they cannot, we know this is a weekend. But I can see the numbers jumping on Facebook. Please go ahead. If you are just joining, hit your share button. Hit your share button. And my apologies for not being able to come up for maybe about going to 2 weeks now. I have not been able to come to you live. You know, my hands are really, really, really full. So many things to do. My own personal business is there, and the struggle is there, and of course the family too is there. So many things that we have to do at the same time, and I just can't come to you as I used to come before with as the communication secretary. So that is why you always see me once in a while. But when I come, you know, I come loaded. I come loaded, and so please go ahead and hit your share button. Go ahead and hit your share button, and let us begin the broadcast. Again, I want to remind all of you, ABS is live on Roku. If you are in the diaspora, you can get ABS 24/7 like those on Ground Zero on satellite, or those in Africa with satellite. You can receive us 24/7, so that if any moment you happen to miss a show, you can always catch it up on Roku, whether you're in Canada, in Europe, in Asia, for as long as you have internet and Roku on your television set. All you need to do is search or turn on your Roku app on your television set and go to streaming channels. Go to the search, hit the search button, type in ABS Africa, ABS Africa, and you will immediately see our ABS logo popping up. You click on that, download the channel to your television, and anytime you click on it, you will see what is running here live. So that is how much we have expanded ABS. So we are on satellite, we are on YouTube Live, we are Facebook Live, we are Twitter Live. We look forward to getting it also on LinkedIn and TikTok. I learned there are lots and lots of fans on TikTok. ABS will be getting on TikTok very, very soon. So be looking out for that. We want to make sure we are on every social media platform, that even the smallest, I mean, if you don't like YouTube and you have TikTok, as I know many young people do, you can access ABS. If you are not on Facebook, but you are on Twitter, you can access ABS. We want to be on all of these platforms. So please take note of that. Take note of that. And we still continue to build. We still continue to build ABS. It is not where we want it to be, but we are getting there surely but slowly. Surely but slowly. Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining the broadcast. Go ahead, hit your share button if you are just joining. We've got so much to talk about today. I've been out for a while, quite a long time, and so many things, ladies and gentlemen, so many things have happened in the course of those 2 weeks. And I thought I should come here and touch on some of those things, especially the most relevant ones. And don't forget, this is the open mic. The open mic. Open mic means you can stop me at any moment to call, ask a question, and you will receive an answer or maybe a contribution. I just hope that when you call, make your contribution relevant. Make it relevant. Don't call to challenge. Of course, you cannot challenge me anyway, but call to make your contribution felt. Call to ask relevant questions or to make relevant contributions. That's what we want here. We want to be constructive. All right? So thank you for joining. I see Sammy Diko. What is Sammy Diko saying here? He says, all those hiding behind fake IG, Sako Marienta and Joe Ayaba trying to betray our freedom should be reported to the law. to the law firms in charge of Ambazonians. All right, now that is his opinion. That is why I like open mic, because I can turn around, spin around, read some of your comments, and be at liberty to comment on it. So that is one of Sami Diko is one of the viewers here on Facebook making that comment. Hit that share button. When I come back, we will delve directly into the issues. Thank you. Hit the share button.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you for staying put there, ladies and gentlemen. Again, hit your share button, and do not forget, if you are a business person out there, that advertisement is right. ABS can help you to promote and publicize your business, whatever business you are into. We can take your business to the thousands of people who watch ABS on a daily basis on YouTube, Facebook, television, Roku, and Twitter. On a live show like this, when many people are watching, we can flash your product or your business and give them information about it. That is what it means to be a partner, a supporter, or an advertiser on ABS. And it is not very expensive. Do not think it is very expensive. It is very much affordable. Very much affordable. You can send us an email if you're interested for anything. We will talk to you at absafricatv at gmail.com. absafricatv@gmail.com. That is our email address. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into business. May we start business now. Now, when I talk Pidgin, may when I not laugh too much, because I really try to do it as best as I can. I don't hear so many people that talk say my Pidgin is really bad. But I try the best. And sometimes I come here, I want to talk only for Pidgin. Before I know, I don't swing the talk big grammar. But please, anytime I switch to talking Pidgin and I don't get it right, just not worry about that. Just try to get the message. All right? So let's get into the business of today, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody forwarded a video footage of a lady in La République du Cameroon. Now, that lady says she is in Douala. I do not know her. I've never heard about her, but somehow somebody forwarded the video to me, the video footage to me, and she is yelling and shouting and cursing every Ambazonian, especially those she calls in the diaspora, particularly Texas, Washington, D.C. She is so mad. I don't know what makes her so mad. I don't know this lady, but it is funny how she attacks. It is funny how she attacks the Ambazonian struggle. I don't know whether she's one of the kilos out there, because I think she looks like a kilo somebody in La République du Cameroon, but she sounds so bitter about freedom for Ambazonia. She sounds so upset that Ambazonia has been standing her ground for the past 7 years. We are now in the 8th year, ladies and gentlemen. This lady sounds really, really bitter. And I would like a short response to her. Again, I don't know her. If you know her name out there, please put it out here. Let me see it. If you know her, you know her name. I understand she is in Douala. If you know the name, please put the name on the comment. If you are watching on Facebook, put it on the comment. I can only watch Facebook simultaneously with the broadcast. I cannot watch other social media. I cannot watch YouTube, but I can see the comments that you guys are sending on Facebook. So if you know this lady, her name, I understand she lives in Douala. If you know, please let me have the name. Let me have the name if you know her. Now, I will take a short moment. I will take a short moment to play the clip, what she said out there, so that all of you can listen to her. Take a listen, please.
The fight started. They said the lawyers were fighting, the teachers were fighting. And I was in that fight 100%. And then suddenly I heard is Ambazonian. I don't know what Ambazonian is. I want them to explain to me because I don't know exactly who they are and what they are doing and who is their leader and what is their assignment. Can somebody come on this page and educate me well who Ambazonians are? I want to know exactly what is going on in Cameroon. I want to know what is happening in the southwest region. Some of us, I cannot go home. I cannot go home. They burned my father's house. They called me to give 15 million francs. The Ambazonian called me to give ransom of my father 15 million after they've kidnapped him, tortured him, burned down his house. Now, I took it quietly. At least it's a house they burnt. They burned down a house. But today they cut children. This boy child could be my son. This girl could be my daughter. I have children. If you kill your own, who are you? Who are Ambazonians? Who are you people? I am in Douala. Douala is full of Southwesterners and Northwesterners. And you said it's La République. But how are we hiding in La République? Ambazonian, come out and tell me who you are. Who are you people? Who are we? Explain to me who exactly are you? I am sick and I am tired. I need them to come and tell me if it's a sect, if it's a cult. We need to know.
Please, I really need somebody out there to send me the name of this lady. I really need to know who this lady is. I doubt whether she's one of the kilos, because I know there are some kilos ladies out there in La République du Cameroon who pretend like they do not know what is happening in the southern Cameroon's Amazonia. They pretend like they are not part of the southern Cameroon. But let's continue listening to this lady.
Enough is enough. Every man of God come out from that pulpit. Shut up, close that Bible. Come on, take the Bible to the street. We are done with this right now. We are done with this right now. Let them tell us. Because I see people marching in Texas. I see people marching in Maryland. I see people marching in Germany. And they say they are Ambazonians with flag. If you are in Texas, stop the fake people. All these people marching on Facebook in Ambazonians. Some say they are Ambazonians, and I see them all on Facebook Live. Come back home. Take that march to Douala. Take that march to Kumba. Go to Kumba. Pay your flight. Go to Kumba. Pay your flight. Go to Bamenda.
So I just do not get this, ladies and gentlemen. He says we should come back home. If we are serious, come take the march to Kumba. Come take the march to Bamenda. Come take the march to La République du Cameroon. I guess she is living somewhere else. For ghost towns and lockdowns to be taking place in the same communities that she is naming there, I don't know what she thinks that is. If that is not our presence on the ground, I don't know then what she is talking about there. We don't have to be on the ground. We just have to make sure the ground is hot. And if you are complaining, young lady, it is because you see that action on the ground. Let's finish listening to her before I get back to it.
Let me inform you people. If you are real, who is your leader? We are sick of these fake people hiding in some small holes in America, hiding in Germany, hiding in Belgium. The last time I checked, Nelson Mandela did not win his country by hiding in another country. But today, where are you guys? You are hiding and making Facebook Live on your bed. At least you have a bed. The people you are intoxicating to go out and fight, they don't have a bed to sleep. They don't have houses. And I can't go home. We can't go. They are threatening me every day. On a daily basis, they call me. They want me not to come to the Northwest. You know, I have to send contribution. And you sit there and you say you're an ambassador in America walking the streets of Dallas, Texas. Why would you not walk there? At least the streets in Texas is good now. It doesn't have potholes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody is saying that this is actually an old footage. Somebody just bringing this to my attention, that this is an old footage. Whatever the case, I think her message is still relevant, because we are still in the fight. We are still at war. And it is very, very surprising to me that ladies like this, who have nothing, zero to offer, other than go on the social media, use the same social media that she criticizes to rant as she does. Does anybody really think that this lady is serious? This is what I think. I think she's hungry. Please, somebody should send this to her. I think this lady is a hungry person. She says these things so she can turn around, wait for a phone call from Paula Tanganji, wait for a phone call from Mbela Moki, wait for a phone call from Dion Gute, wait for a phone call from all those CPDM lapdogs in La République du Cameroon, and even back on the ground, on ground zero in Amazonia. I think it's been quite a long time for any of this noise, this ranting, to make any sense to any Amazonians, because we know what we are fighting for. We know we are fighting for freedom, and we know that there will be beggars like these ones who will use the social media to make these kind of rantings just so they can receive a phone call to say, you did a great job, you are doing the right thing. In fact, this video is published by the so-called MKPD, or what is it, MKPD or MK something like that. That is a black leg group. So I won't be surprised if right now, if this video is all and this lady is now recruited within the ranks of the black legs. But whatever the case, you can tell by her message that she is a black leg out there in La République du Cameroon. And if you happen to meet her, please give her the right treatment that she deserves. She should not be talking amongst free people because she hates freedom. She doesn't like freedom. So I just thought to bring that to your attention out there. But again, somebody is telling me that it is an old video, but her message is still relevant to the times. Her message is still relevant to the times, and that is why I thought I should give a minute to it. I hope that she listens to me out there. I hope somebody forwards this to her, and she listens to me and gets to know that she is irrelevant. She is a non-entity. Her friends are in other places fighting for the freedom of their children. I don't know whether she got a child anyway. I don't know. I don't see a ring on her. I don't see a ring on her fingers. So I believe she should be one of those single ladies out there hawking from men to men and using the social media to advertise herself for her market. But whatever the case, please, she should get the message that, in fact, the diaspora is working. Not only working, she wants us to come down to ground zero and carry it on there. And I asked her the question. If she is still lamenting out there today, it is because action is taking place on the ground in Kumba, where she mentioned nobody is forcing anybody to respect ghost towns. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, talking to our folks on Ground Zero, you take off Monday's Ghost Town, people will revolt. They love it. What Ground Zero not like? Now, rampant lockdowns, unnecessary lockdowns, but Ground Zero loves the ghost towns. So, because I see somebody write, say, they obey ghost town because they fear. They're not a fear amber for respect ghost town. There is any fear where people they fear, now la republic they fear, as far as ghost towns they be concerned. Now la republic, their mayors, their deals, their governors, they threaten to shut down their shops. Not be amber. People on Ground Zero, they love ghost towns. They love ghost towns. What they don't want them too much. Now, what they don't want them too much now, lockdowns. Unnecessary or rampant lockdowns. That is what they don't want. And so, for this woman, for sit for they say, we will come down for come prove what we want to do if we really are serious. She is not serious. She is seeing it on her eyes and she still thinks that this is a joke. It's not a joke because it is working. It has been working for 7 years. Lady, lady, the 2 cubes of sugar have not been dissolved. That's how to tell you we are working. The 2 cubes of sugar have not been dissolved.
This is your cult killing people.
That is exactly what it is.
Share this video as much and let it get to all those people in Texas marching. You want to march? Come home. You want to say you are a son? Come home, come home, come home. The war is in Northwest. The fight
you want
started.
to march,
said,
you
the
come
lawyers.
home. You want to march, you come home. You come home and march. How about those who are marching in Bamenda, those who are marching in Boya, in Kumba, and all over the place? All right, I wouldn't give her too much attention and too much time because she is irrelevant. If she was relevant, what she says, if we don't gather people like her on the street to protest Amber, isn't it? But she just come on the social media and make all this noise, and I think nobody cares about her, because if she was really serious, and she is not even in Boya or Bamenda or Kumba, na Douala Shide, or na Yaoundé Shide. She for don't gather some people like those women that you see all over the place on Ground Zero. She for don't gather them, make them go around, protest Amber, protest the killing, protest everything. No, she doesn't. Of course, she's not serious. We'll move on to another subject, ladies and gentlemen. We'll move on to another subject, and that has to do with this newspaper here. This newspaper here. Now, before I come back to talk about this, let me take a brief break, come back and tell you something about what you see on the screen. It is very, very interesting what keeps on, what goes on in La République du Cameroon. And ladies and gentlemen, we must never forget the reason why we are at war. What you see on the screen in that newspaper is one of the reasons we are fighting, and we will keep on fighting. Please don't touch your remote. Hit your share button as I will be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricatv@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying put out there. Again, I love you to take a look at the newspaper that you see out there on your screen. As you can see from the headline, meritocracy or nepotism, parents to children, relatives, recruitment thriving at CRTV. And that is, they say, part one. I guess part two is coming. But I sure say, when I know say, I am not in the habit of talking about this newspaper, because this newspaper is out there singing praises for La République du Cameroun all the time and trying to fight all of us fighting this war. But sometimes when somebody do something good, it is good that we commend it, but also it is important to talk about it. This newspaper, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about what is going on in the CRTV in the La République du Cameroun. Somebody will say, but Comrade Chris, what does that have to do with us? It has a lot to do with the reason why we are fighting, ladies and gentlemen. It has a lot to do with the reason we are at this, we are in this war. Now, in that newspaper, you see the headline, Parents to Children, Relatives Recruitment Thriving at CRTV. Now, the reason I brought this up is because, again, as you see the headline, the title on your screen, this is the reason we fight. We've been fighting for 7 good years, and it doesn't appear like Yaoundé learns just a little bit. Yaoundé doesn't learn just a little bit. Even in the midst of a war that has now entered the 8th year, Yaoundé is just doing the same nepotism that they have done for the past 61 years. Where the family member succeeds family member, like in Yaoundé now, they are grooming Frank Biya to take over from Paul Biya. Now you have it at CRTV in this particular case where family members are retiring and handing it over to their children. Ladies and gentlemen, they retire and they hand the baton to their children. Now, what you have on the screen, the first person on your top right, you say his name is Charles Abono. How many of you remember Charles Abono? Was it Charles Abono? But there was an Abono in CRTV, and they said, this is the son. Okay, Robert Abono was the one. This is Charles Abono replacing his father in CRTV. You have another one called Femme Bunyue. That one, Femme Bunyue. I don't know whether she's Francophone or Amber. Daughter of retired David Chonye. Oh yeah, but David Chonye Bonya. I know him. I remember him. That is a daughter. Replacing him in CRTV. Then you have Amy Banda, daughter of retired Ephraim Banda Gogomo. Oh my goodness, I've never seen the country. You have Cynthia Saptala, daughter of retired Dorothy Su Indikum. You have Paul, is it Paul? I think that one is Francophone. Let's skip that one. Then you have another one. This is Hortensia Nine, daughter of retired Wine Paul Ngum. Is it Ngam or Ngum? Wine Paul Ngam, I think so. Replacing the father. Talking about nepotism, you have, is it Midasu Subri also, ladies and gentlemen. And Midasu Cedri, son of retired late Madeleine Mitalusu. You have Agnes Solange Abesode, daughter of Clementine Amombo. Then you have also Gabriel Bawe. All of you remember Philip Bawe, right? Of course, Philip Bawe used to be my friend. But it says, Gabriel Bawe, son of retired Philip Bawe. I can't go on reading this thing, but this is exactly the problem in that country. And this is one of the reasons we are in this war. Because if we never fight to achieve our freedoms, your children, now this is only CRTV. The Ministry of Education is there. Defense is there. I saw a recruitment into the police force the other day. Out of about 2,000 recruits, I think only about not up to 50 were from Ambazonia, the southern Cameroons. And they want you to believe they are sharing the national cake equitably, isn't it? So, but this is what is happening only in a small parastatal like CRTV, where the papa is self-commode, is send you picking a replace it. The mommy is self-commode, is send you picking a replace it. So how for those where they not get godfathers for that country? I used to watch Peter Doche, the Nollywood actor, a lot, and there's a one proverb where he used to use. He said, these were people whose palm kernels were cracked by benevolent spirits. All these sons and daughters of retired journalists, children whose palm kernels were cracked by benevolent spirits. So how about those who don't have benevolent spirits, who don't have godfathers in CRTV, in Sonara, in CDC, in the Ministry of Education, in the Ministry of Defense, at the police department, and all these big government functionaries? How about the common man in Noni, in the BLM, in the Ingi, in the Santa, who has nobody, no connection whatsoever anywhere in that country? Where do they go? Where do they go? I remember writing the entrance exam into ASMAC. I think that was 1990, I believe. I wrote the entrance exam into ASMAC in Yaoundé. And after writing the exam, they came to me and they said, you know what? If you don't go and fix your way, don't expect your name to be heard, to be read anywhere, because after the exams, the next step is you identify those who control the recruitment. You go and settle them, and once you settle them, expect your name to be called. This thing has been ingrained in the fabrics of that country for as long as you and me fit imagine. So the question be say, if we not fight for fixed things like this, how long this go continue? Your Pekin way and not get godfather for Yaoundé. We not get godfather for CRTV, but when they want to do journalism, how you go get inside? They will never get inside because there is no meritocracy in that system. Now, no man, a day inside that system. That is one of the reasons we are at war, ladies and gentlemen. If CRTV is recruiting 200 new recruits for that lie house, Charlie Ditcher column say lies from CRTV. If you don't get godfather for that place, and those people are recruiting 1,000 people, forget. No matter how good you are, you think you are in journalism, you will never go near that. They will never recruit you. This is one of the reasons we are at war today, because from every sector of economy in that country, they call us Anglophones. have been used in dumb, like second-class citizens. This is the moment we must reclaim our freedoms, our rights, and fight for our children. So that they don't, when they grow up and they don't have godfathers like these ones you see on your screen, at least there is hope for them that with their smartness, with their intelligence, they can make it on their own. That is why they say that you hear about the American dream. The American dream, because anybody coming to America has an equal opportunity. Everybody. You come to America, even though you are a foreigner, everybody with American put together, you have an equal opportunity. Where is that equal opportunity in our own country? We get for come outside, come hustle, for make a living. When we have opportunities back in our own country to do exactly the same thing here, but we are deliberately denied. Comrades, this is again one of the reasons we are at war. To stop this kind of nepotism where a father, a work retire, send your pikin to go take your place. That cannot happen. It should never happen. In any country where laws exist. And these are not the kind, this is not what we used to be under when we were on our own. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. There was meritocracy. And this is what we are fighting to restore. This is what we are fighting to restore in Ambazonia, ladies and gentlemen. And we must make it to happen. We must make that to happen. So remember, this is open mic. You are again free to call the line anytime in the course of this show to ask a question or to make a contribution. That is why I call this open line. You can ask a question on any subject for as long as I have the answers, you will have them. But again, this is what is going on in that country. It is so sad. It is so sad. This is what, now most of the faces you see here, they are Anglophones, as they call it, Anglophones, Anglophone faces. Of course, that's the way they call us there. They are Anglophone faces. So this is essentially now Anglophone to Anglophone. Well, I don't want to say, I think I should not say so, because I think what happens here, of course, is that their directors are Francophones. So if you have been working at CRTV and then when go on retirement, all you need to do is get some money. You already have an in route there. You go and meet that Francophone director, put some good amount of money into his hand and say, hey, my son is ready, my daughter is ready, he is good, she is good. I like her to get back into my shoes and do what I used to do. That's what is happening there. All right. I hope that when we see things like this, we should be reminded why we are inside this war. When we see things like this, they remind us why we are at war. If you not get good godfather for anywhere for that country, your pikin not forget this chance. If I may ask, of all these recruits that we are seeing in here into CRTV, how many of them went to the School of Journalism? It will be very, very interesting to know. How many of them went to the School of read journalism or studied journalism? How many of them? I would really like to know, and I hope that this newspaper is telling us exactly what they read. Because I know that country has a School of Journalism, and they recruit people into their fold. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot do history, you cannot do languages and be a journalist. No, you can, absolutely you can. But in that country, you know that you have to pass through, is it ASMAC, to get to CRTV especially. You have to pass through ASMAC to get into CRTV. So how many of these ones pass through ASMAC to get into CRTV? It will be interesting to know, and I hope that this newspaper gives us the report about that. So it is quite unfortunate, comrades, that in spite of the fact that this war has been going on for 7 years, this country just never, ever sees the need to carry out. Now, this is what we see for Southern Cameroonians in that country. Of course, talking about the Francophone situation, it will be worse. It will be worse over there. The nepotism there is worse. If the head of state is replacing himself with his son, think about what is happening in other spheres of that government. It is worse there. So, but it is unfortunate that 8 years into a war that resulted out of this kind of situation, they just keep on doing the same thing, the same thing, the same thing. How can you say, let us give up? How can you say, let's surrender? Let's go negotiate with them. Let's go talk to them. Let's reason with them. If they are still doing this in 7 years, ladies and gentlemen, in 7 years, they are just about the same old style system, no change. If I were the president and I see the people at war and I call them my people, for 7 years, forget about 7 years, for 2 years, and nepotism is one of the problems. Tribalism is one of the problems. Favoritism is one of the problems. You know what I would do? Before I call them to sit down with them on the table, I will effect those changes so that when I sit with them on the table, I will say, you know, the system is changed. The system is changed. There are new rules. Nobody else can corrupt the rules. But it doesn't happen in that country. I just don't understand the kind of people sitting over that damn government. Nothing changes there. Zero. Again, we have been at war for over 7 years. And Ambazonians are talking about domination, annexation, and marginalization. And you would think that a sensible, smart people at the helm of that government, they will say, you know what, let's just sit down and redo the Constitution. Let us just change some of these things that they are fighting again, they are talking about, so that we can maybe buy their consciences. No, nothing has happened, comrades. These people are bent on destroying us. La République du Cameroon is bent on destroying everything that is Ambazonia. We must fight, and we must hold this and fight it till the end. We must hold it and fight it to the end. Ours must be a good fight as Paul says to Timothy. Fight a good fight. Fight a good fight. We must fight that good fight, as nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to change. All right, the phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a brief break out. When I come back, I will get into another subject which I believe is very important. How many of you know, listen to this, when I come back, I'm going to be talking about this. How many of you know Mbela Moki Charles is running a ring of taxis inside Boya? How many of you know that? Mbela Moki is running a chain of taxis inside Boya. The ploy, talking about the ploy to stop ghost towns. Again, I will be back, and when I come back, I will be talking about this. Please keep on hitting your share button.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com.
All right, thank you for staying put out there, ladies and gentlemen. I see James Felix. He writes, "It is frustrating to even think about having a relation with that country, La République du Cameroon." Peter Lyogo Czech, right, Rwanda's government hires nurses from English Cameroon and pays them 500,000 that La République du Cameroon cannot even afford. This is very interesting. Very interesting. Rwanda's government hires nurses from English Cameroon and pays them 500,000. I guess he's referring to 500,000 francs, which is a lot of money compared, I guess, to what the nurses make in that country. I say they pay them 500,000 that La République du Cameroon cannot even afford. That is the country for you, and that is, again, the reason that we are fighting. But comrades, I came across this. Somebody forwarded me this piece of information today about Mbela Moki, the so-called senator. Of course, we've never voted for him. Nobody in the southern Cameroons ever voted for him. I think when Mbela Moki became that senator, a deplorable out there, I think when he became a deplorable, not senator, this war had started. And they were appointed. Ladies and gentlemen, they were not voted. La République appointed them, made them senators, and who they have been legislating for, we don't know except for themselves. But this is the point. You are all very much aware. I would like to play this audio from Mbela Moki. Some of you have heard about it. Some of you have listened to this audio. Mbela Moki was talking here about people from the northern zone, and also talking about ghost towns. Listen to him before I get to the commentary.
Look, the message from this meeting was that we should terrorize the terrorists. No one can be a friend or indifferent to terrorism that is meted out on the people. So I can clearly tell you that we have to embrace the challenge and face the monster.
Okay. Moki says we have to embrace the challenge and to face the monster. Now, you will recall a recent meeting in Boya where the governor summoned the chiefs, the DOs, the senators and parliamentarians, and brought them together, and they were strategizing and then threatening people about ghost towns. Now, we have now learned just today, only today, ladies and gentlemen, that Mbela Moki runs a fleet of taxis inside Boya. I believe they probably are running in the Tico too. We happen to find out that today, where one of our comrades was in one of those taxis. They got to the police checkpoint run by the council, and all the driver of that taxi needed to do was tell the police on checkpoint that this is Mbella Moki's, this is one of Mbella Moki's taxis. That's all you needed to say for the police to say, okay, have your way. Go, please, take your ballot, go, like Nigerian officers, they will tell me. When sometime I traveled to Nigeria in those days, and we were coming back through the high seas, and Nigerian officers stopped us in the high seas, and they were asking for a bribe. I gave them my press card. And when I gave them my press card, expecting that I give them money. So they took my press card and they held it. When went away with it, they were waiting that I would come and negotiate and give them money. I said, I'm not giving you a dime. Give him my press card, give him my press card back. After everybody had settled them, they still kept it. And then others in the boat, in the flying boat, were looking at me. Won't you settle him and let's go? Won't you settle the officer and let's go? I said, I don't settle officers. I need my card back. The man looked at me and said, no, the boss who was standing beside him said, give his card to him, make it take a ballot go. So give back his card, make it take a ballot go. So the policeman who stopped Mbella Moki's taxi said, allow the taxi to go, because he heard that the taxi belonged to Mbella Moki. Now, why Mbella Moki they run taxis inside Fako? Because they want to stop Monday ghost towns. They want for stop Monday ghost towns. But this is the message where we want make everybody inside Boya and Fako in general make a get. I just really hope everybody inside Fako listen to the sound of my voice today. If you're there inside Boya, inside Moyoka, inside Tiko, Motengene, Victoria, please listen to me. Moya, listen to me. Every Monday ghost town, if you see any taxi for road and you want break and go enter, no say we they target every taxi where they run the streets of Fako, because we now know who own those taxis and we know what their motive is there. We know what their motive is there. Their motive is to stop ghost town, because they know if you fit go out travel on ghost town day, then there is no ghost towns. So please, if you there for inside Boya, make sure, and not just Boya, the entire Fako, Victoria, Motengene, Tiko, My Four, Munya, and everywhere around there, all the way to Ekona, Moyoka, please, make you not put yourself in danger. The taxis where they apply the streets of Boya, if you see anyone on Monday ghost town, know that the enablers, Mbella Moki and the rest, they own those taxis. And now that we know those taxis, there will be a target. Now that we know those taxis, they will be a target, and the restoration forces, they already know this. They already know this, that any taxi where you see them on the streets of Fako, any taxi and Okada where when I see them on the streets of Fako for Boya, Tiko, Motengene, Ekona, Munya, Victoria, make when I know say they be sponsored. And in most cases, when they drive on Monday, they drive with the military sitting behind or sitting in front with a pistol. But when I know so, please, many people don't die for this thing already. Many people, they don't die. When we warn when we give this message, we give the message so that make protect ourselves. When I know yes, taxi there outside on Monday, when I say, okay, taxi the worker, I'm not going to enter. Those taxi, they be owned by Mbella Moki and others. And once we don't know so, but when I trust, we will take them out one by one. We will take them out one by one. All right. But when they will set example for one, I believe everybody, it will know what we are talking about. So stay for your house when we say lockdown. Stay for your house when we say lockdown. No go outside. No go outside. Put yourself in danger on Monday when lockdown. I'm sorry, comrade. I'm sure some of you have been trying to call. I didn't know the phone was shut down. All right, but the phone line is open. Most of you have the phone line, so you can go ahead and call. Unfortunately, I didn't know the phone. I see so many missed calls there. But comrade, I am saying this to say that please stay for your home on Ghost Towns Mondays. Stay inside your house on Ghost Town Mondays. If you see any taxi, it apply the streets of Fako on a Monday, and you enter inside, you board and you enter inside, you will put yourself or your family at risk. You put yourself or your family at risk. Let me take this caller here. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Can you turn down the volume of your TV, please? And that's what I'm hearing the most here. Turn it shut down and focus on your phone.
Okay, I can't get you, sir.
All right.
Can you get me?
I can hear you. Go on now. Where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm calling from Finland.
You calling from where?
I'm calling from Finland, sir. Finland.
Okay. And what is on your mind, sir?
Yes, sir. There are some questions that are really troubling my mind. I wish to discuss it on the ABS platform.
Sure, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to find out as a Southern Cameroon, sir, as a Southern Cameroon citizen. Let me start by asking some questions, sir.
Yes, go on. Go on. You have the microphone.
Please, I want to know since independence, since the 1960s, when the Southern Cameroon emerged with the French Cameroon, I want to know how many government project has ever been built or has ever been carried out in Southern Cameroon.
Are you talking about from 1960?
Yes, from the time the two nations came together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and another questions I want to find out is it's very difficult for me to figure out any potential millionaires or billionaires from those two regions. If you want to hear of millionaires or billionaires, it either comes from the other region or from the French region. Does it mean that the Southern Cameroons, they don't have the potential, they are not capable?
We had, actually, let me put it this way. We had millionaires. When you hear of the Nangas, the neighbor automobiles, the Atabongs, and so on. Those were millionaires from our own part of the country, and there are many. There were many. The millionaires that we should be having in that country today, they are all in the diaspora today because they cannot invest there. Their businesses will be deliberately killed by excessive taxation and bottlenecks.
Okay, sir. It means that. Hello?
I'm hearing you. Go on.
It means that already is a deliberate act by the government to ensure that nobody from those two regions should be able to get rich from that soil, should be able to carry on to do business in that from those two regions.
Very correct. You are very correct. Let me also tell you something that many people out there do not know. When you are an Ambazonian or an investor and you go to that country and you want to do business, they tell you where you have to invest. If you say, for example, you want to go invest in Victoria, they tell you, take it to Douala. You want to invest in Bamenda, they tell you, take it to Bafusam, take it to Mbunda, take it to Douala. If you want to invest in, if you insist on investing in Ambazonia, they deny you the license or they kill you with bureaucracy. Comrade, thank you. I have others calling. Let me get their calls too. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Chris, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
Calling from UAE.
UAE, okay. And what is on your mind?
Yes, sir. I have been a keen listener into your program, but what I want to say, short and brief, you know, I will emphasize much on this so-called elites. Like we know, for now, we don't have elites any longer. We don't have no elites from Amazonia representing us into that damn government of La Republic of Cameroon.
I have said that repeatedly again and again and again and again. And I've been saying that to Mbela Moki that he does not represent anybody in Ambazonia, not even in Fako. I believe the overwhelming majority of Fako people, if they had the opportunity, they will stone him. They will stone Mbela Moki. Can Mbela Moki walk the streets of Boya without police toting guns around him? And like somebody asked him this. Can he walk the streets of Fako without the military, the police, the gendarmes surrounding him with guns? He does not represent anybody in that country. All right, go on.
Yes, comrade. So, what they are doing, they are just trying to belong because they know they are no more relevant when Amazonia is concerned. So, they are fighting for their own survival as of now. They cannot come back. There's no way for them. So, they just want to fight also so that they can belong. They can have that say. But for 7 years and counting now, they know they have lost it all. They don't have any use with us. So they have fighting for their stomach.
All right, thank you. Absolutely, you're right. Thank you, sir. Okay, all right. I didn't know the phone was shut down all this while. So, but comrades, if you live again in Fako, the message that I want you to take home here from what you see, ploy to end goes down, is that we now know that Mbela Moki is operating a fleet of taxis inside Fako, and they will be a target. If you are driving any of Moki's taxis, if you are driving a driver to one of Mbela Moki's taxis in Boya, well, I hope that this message gets to you. And if you are a resident in Boya, anywhere in Fako, and you find taxis making the rounds on the streets on Ghost Town Day, and you take it, you are doing so at your own risk. We know who those taxis belong to. We know what their motive is, and we will do everything to stop it. The restoration fighters have all the powers that they need and all the support they need to bring down those Mbela Moki's taxis making the rounds in Boya. Moki is making money, millions of money, in the Senate, Cameroon's damn Senate. Yet he also wants to make money on top of your suffering families. And he thinks that he is doing this to help you, to support you. No, he's putting the money. It is his money he is making. The taxes are his taxes. The money goes to his pocket. And guess what? All of his taxes don't settle the police and the gendarmes and the army, right? But get your own taxi on the road. You will settle every checkpoint in that county. So please, I can't say this enough. For Monday Ghost Town, stay home. nor get into the temptation of going to stand on the road for take any taxi, anything, any Okada on the road. Go stand, it will be severely enforced. Severely enforced. All right. The phone line is open. The phone line is open. I will take a brief break out there. When I come back, something is happening in the BLM. We see a convoy of La République du Cameroon, a convoy of La République du Cameroon military, ladies and gentlemen, with again the air lead and some chiefs of the BLM heading there and surveying a piece of land on which they will set up a military camp in Alo LGA in the BLM. When I come back, I will bring you those images and tell you what it is all about. Please do not touch the remote. I'll be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once more, thank you for staying put out there. And the images you find on your screen, they are emerging out of the BLM Alo LGA, precisely, Alo LGA in the BLM. And the people you find there, those are the elites, the chiefs, and the Cameroon military surveying a plot of land on which they plan to set up a La République du Cameroon's military camp in that LGA. You can look at them there, the chiefs. Look at, I think that should be the font of Alo photo, I believe. Or he is either the guy in the traditional regalia. I think that guy is either the font of Alo or the parliamentarian senator from Wabane. I'm not so sure, but it's one of them. And so you can find them. They were standing there in Alo, and standing there on the piece of land they were surveying to use for a military camp. Used for a military camp in the Alo, La République du Cameroon military camp in Alo. Now, two things that I want to drive home here. Look at the people standing there with the Cameroon military, surveying that piece of plot. Those are the so-called elite, and of course, the chiefs of the BLM, Alo LGA in particular. These people live just about, they are only about, probably about 20 kilometers from Chang. As close as that, only about 20 kilometers from Chang by a road, ladies and gentlemen. There is no road that leaves Chang into Alo, talk less of Menji. Again, there is no road that leaves Chang to Alo, talk less of Menji. But you see what the elites are doing? They are bringing the military to set up a military camp. They don't have a road to their county or their LGA, but all they want is a military camp. A military camp that will do what? We do not know. But that is what they want. Now, last September or October, when schools were resuming, there was this fight inside the BLM to get schools to reopen. And we said over our dead bodies, those schools were not going to reopen. And then I heard some argument. Some people made really good sense. Some people were asking, where are the roads you want people to use in getting their children back to those schools? The roads are not there. And you would think that the so-called elite and the chiefs in law and the BLM will be saying to the military and to the colonial government, bring us roads and not military camps. No, they choose military camps to roads. What a stupidity is that? They choose military camp to development infrastructure. What does a military camp bring to the neighborhood? It brings brutality, brings arrest, brings exactions, it brings torture, brings stealing. That is what a military camp does. These people don't have a road that leads to their own communities. But what they like, what they want, look at them there. I hope everybody in our law is seeing those faces and knowing, because when they come to do these things, nobody is aware. They come early in the morning and walk into the plot and walk round about it and show. Those are the enablers. All of them there. All of them except for the military. The military, they are our sworn enemies. Sworn enemies. But every other person there is an enabler or a blackleg. Because if they find you, they find a restoration fighter, they will kill. But let me assure them, it's been more than 1 year since they took out fear measure, and the BLM is still a no-go zone. If they think that they can bring a calm into our law to subdue the red dragons, that will never be the case. No normalcy will return. We return to that part of Ambazonia until we say so. Everything will happen at our own pace and at our orders. This is when you know who controls Ambazonia, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's unfortunate. The phone lines are open, ladies and gentlemen. The phone lines are open. You can go ahead and call, ask your question, make your contribution. The phone line is open. So, again, that was happening in Alo, LGA, in the BLM, where the Popular Cameroon military went to survey a plot of land given them by that chief, so-called a Fond of Photo or Alo. They are setting up a military camp there. This tantamount to those early days where I learned ST Mona told Ahijo that the only thing he needed in his village was a good prison, so that those who steal his cows, I don't know whether that story was true, but that is what we grew up hearing, that Muna told Ahijo that what the people of Mbengui need is a good prison. And if he went further to explain it later on that, because they were stealing his cows. So if you stole his cow, you knew where you were going to. And I learned in those days, Mbengui prison was one of the best. I don't know how it is today. I don't even know where it is located. I have never been there. I don't know whether it's still functional. But I was told that it was one of the best. Thanks to ST Mona. And thanks to those who were stealing his cows in Mbengui. And this is the same thing we are seeing here in Alo. Instead of these funds and parliamentarians and senators asking their so-called government to bring development projects like roads, electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, since this war started, electricity went off in BLM. It has never been bad. The whole county, electricity has gone off in BLM. I mean, Sonae. I don't know whether they still call it Sonae. For the past 7 years, no electricity. And you will think that these clowns calling themselves elite and leaders and parliamentarians and DOs and mayors, you think they will be telling that government to restore their electricity? No. You think they are telling the government to bring them their roads back? No, they are telling them to bring them military camps. Military camps where we see your faces and we know what you are, and we know what you are out for. You are all enablers. first-class enablers, and we know that. All right. Please, again, the phone line is open. The phone line is open. Somebody writes, and this is Comrade, the Honorable Samuel Thomas. Comrade, not one of the best in the southern Cameroon, but the best. Oh, I think he's referring to the Mbengwe. Mbengwe prison. That was the best prison in at least in southern Cameroon, maybe the whole country then, Cameroon, right? Oh, our people never learn. How many years after? Probably 60 years after. We are still saying to La République du Cameroon, we want prisons. We want military camps. We want more gendarme barracks. We want more checkpoints on our roads. They don't have electricity for the past 7 years. It is not as if they want, it is not as if they're asking the country, that damn country, to bring them electric poles and plant them and generate a whole. No, everything is already there. Electricity was functioning in almost all of Libya before this war. But it was shut down. They never came back for the past 7 years. The people are living with lanterns. And you have their elite. See, look at their faces. You have their elite. Instead of saying, bring back our electricity, bring back our roads, bring back, I don't know whether MTN is still working there or Orange is still working there. No, they don't want this. And you know why they're asking for a military camp and police and gendarmes and so on? Because the police and the gendarmes, they protect them. This police and the military, they don't care about the common man. They don't care, not at all, ladies and gentlemen. No, the elite want them, so when they are in the neighborhood, they feel protected. That's all it is about. It's all about them. All about them. All right. Oh, go ahead and call. Hello, Comrade Chris. Good evening to you today. You should know that, Mbele Moki, you should know that, need my glasses here. Says, you should know that Mbele Moki is a thief from both, and had never worked anywhere in his life. He stole monies from Pali Singh to campaign for the election of mayor in Boya. Finally stood for it instead of Pali Singh, even for the senator, which he did not win, but stole victory from the SDF mayor because Biya was to visit Boya for the 50th anniversary of Unitary State. So to now, Mbele Moki is still a thief for life, who represents only the CPDM party. Everything he does is for the CPDM only, not for Ambazonia, of course. Nothing new about that. All right. Okay. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will, from here, I take you to the most important subject of this broadcast. After the short break, I'm taking you to the most important item on this broadcast, which is the fundraiser that is coming up November 5th. Fundraiser coming up on November 5th. When I come back, I will be talking about that. Please keep on hitting that share button. I'll be right back.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and somebody out there, some people are asking for the phone number. Can we put the phone number on the screen, please? Go ahead, put the phone number on the screen for people to be able to call, all right? And while you do so, ladies and gentlemen, while you go ahead and call the line, I want to bring you a very, very important subject, a very, very important subject, talking about a special fundraiser that we have scheduled for November the 5th. A few weeks ago, about 2 weeks ago, I came to you announcing that we have hired the services of a lobbying firm in Washington, D.C. to help us push our diplomacy. Lobbies are not cheap. They are very, very expensive. In fact, you will pay a lobby up to $20,000 just for a month. That's how expensive they are. You can pay a lobbyist $20,000 a month. It is not cheap. It is not cheap to get one or to find or to pay to hire one. But I believe that our struggle is very dear in our hearts, which is why we would have to sacrifice anything and everything to make sure that we get to where we are going to. On November the 5th, we have scheduled a very important big fundraiser, ladies and gentlemen, to raise at least $150,000. Raise at least $150,000 to have in the bank to take care of the services of the lobbyists. The lobbyists will be carrying out diplomacy, knocking the doors that we wouldn't otherwise be able to knock. They can knock the doors of the President of the United States. They can knock the doors of the Prime Minister of England. They can knock the doors of the Prime Minister of Canada. They can knock the doors of the President of the Senate, the Congress, the ambassadors, doors that would otherwise not be able to knock or take a very long time to be able to knock. That is what we have hired them to do. And if you are out there excited as everybody believes we are, please, this is the moment we want to count on you. This is the moment we want to count on every Ambazonian out there. I have made it very clear that this lobby is not a lobbyist for the interim government. It's not interim government lobbyists. They are Ambazonian lobbyists. In other words, they are fighting for Ambazonia, not for an organization, not for a structure, not for the interim government. They are fighting to liberate Ambazonia. The name they know is Ambazonia, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. That is what they are out to fight for. And so I really want to strongly appeal to every one of us out there. If you truly care and you truly believe in this struggle, you truly believe that we must be free and we must employ every means at our disposal to be free, please, please, I want to count on every one of you out there to please consider saving something between now and November 5th to come into that fundraiser to give in to say, you know what, I am supporting this lobbying effort. That is my appeal to every Ambazonian who cares. Don't come and tell us we need more action. This is part of the action. Action on ground zero and action at the diplomatic front, they go together. Ladies and gentlemen, they go together. If we can kill all of Cameroon's soldiers and we cannot sit on the table to talk diplomacy, how we separate from Cameroon, we have failed. It's still a stalemate. We still haven't succeeded. We must sit down at the end of the day. That is the final, the last thing to do. Without sitting on the table to talk, negotiate with a lot of people to Cameroon, referendum or no referendum, ladies and gentlemen, we win them on the battlefield. We still have to get on the table to talk, and the way we get to that table is get the lobbying firm to knock the necessary doors that need to be knocked so that we can get to that negotiation table. Consider this. We may also not be able to win them militarily, but how about putting the required diplomatic pressure and bringing a lot of people to Cameroon to submitting to the idea of a United Nations supervised referendum? How about that? So the home front, firepower, and diplomacy are two things that we cannot play down, we cannot mess with. They are the two weapons that we have in our hands, and we must give them equal attention. We must give all of them equal attention. So please, this is my appeal. I know there are some of you out there, comrades, who are people's people. I am pleading with you. Just imagine if you know 5 people, if you know 10 people whom you can call and say, you know what, I am pleading with you, let us pay for this lobby firm. I need your $50. I need your $100. And you call them and you gather that money. Maybe it turns out to be 500, turns out to be 300, turns out to be 1,000. Just imagine how many thousands of us are in the diaspora. If somebody will call the friends or other supporters of this struggle and say, please give me $50, give me $100. I want to put in the basket on the day of this fundraiser, we need to pay for this lobby. Just imagine if all of you, especially women, those of you ladies, you guys are fabulous, you are great when it comes to fundraising. I know, if we just imagine we have, ladies and gentlemen, 20, no, let me say, yes, 20 amber women out there. You women, you know so many people. Just imagine you pick the phone and call 10 people and say, give me $50. I'm raising funds for this lobbying firm. Give me $50, and you get 10 people to give you $50. That would add up to $500. And just imagine if 20 of you do that, or 50 Ambazonians do that, comrade, that will be a lot of money. It adds up to be a lot of money. Do not wait for somebody to come to you. If you are really still interested in seeing a free and independent Ambazonia, don't wait for Comrade Chris to call you and say, can you help us raise some money? Don't wait for any leader to call you and say, can you help raise some money? I just want you to use your own initiative. Reach out to the contacts you have on your phone. Say to them, you need their $30, you need their $50, you need their $100. When they put the money into your hands, or if you need payment information, let us know. But if they put the money into your hands and you come in on November 5th for the grand fundraiser and say, hey, Comrade Chris, I was able to call 15 people, 10 people, and I raised $1,000, we will deeply appreciate it, comrades. This is the kind of participation I want to see from everybody out there. We want to come in on November 5th and hear you call the lines and say, Comrade Chris, I reached out and I was able to raise $500. Comrade Chris, I reached out, I was able to raise $1,000. Comrade Chris, we must pay these lobbies. We must take care of these lobbies. I reached out and I was able to come back with $2,000. This is a kind of fundraiser I want us to do on November the 5th. We are tasking every local government too, not the counties, but the local governments, where the counties, they can go sit down, decide the way they do, but we want to make sure that every county with their local governments, they are able to come up with at least $10,000, every county with at least $10,000 on November the 5th. So please, if your county or LGA people are knocking at your doors and begging for funds and asking you to support, please, 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 hear my appeal. It is not about them. It's not about your county. It's not about those individuals. It's about a free and independent country of all, for all of us. For all of us. So please, when your doors are knocked, assist those people. Do the best you can do. Donate and let us take care of these lobbies. Please, please. It is very, very critical that we do so. So that is the message about the special fundraiser on Friday. This coming Friday, I shall be here, ladies and gentlemen. I shall be here to do a very special address to Ambazonia. I know for a few months, for almost a year now, we've been talking about unity, collaboration, and so on and so forth. I have a message that I would love to deliver to Ambazonia on Friday. Friday, I think, is October 27, I believe so, this coming Friday. And so I would like everybody to tune in to hear what I have to say. I have a very, very critical message to bring to you that can further this struggle, take us closer to one another, working in collaboration. So that message will be on Friday. In the meantime, the fundraiser will be up on the November the 5th. November the 5th. Again, my appeal to you is reach out. Let us pay for our freedom. Just imagine, I see 207 people on Facebook. How many are on YouTube? Let me see. I also see 140 people on the YouTube. I don't know how many are on Twitter watching there, and I don't know how many are watching on Roku. But just imagine, comrades, if the let me say about 400 of you watching, would say, I am going to reach out to my friends, to my business partners, and appeal to them to support the fundraiser. And you can come out with $1,000, $500 on November the 5th. Money you have raised from your friends and your partners out there. Just imagine how much we come back with. Our target is 150,000 because we do not want the lobbies coming back to us to say, hey, pay for this trip, pay for that trip, pay for this project, pay for that other project, and we are like, we don't have the money. We must be ready for any eventuality. And that is what this fundraiser is all about. We are also setting up a diplomatic mission around the place. I will talk about that later on, but this is what we are up to, ladies and gentlemen. We have to make progress, and progress we will. All right, the phone line is open. Go ahead. I am waiting for your call. I am waiting for your call. Let me see what somebody is texting. I think this is ground zero. He says, good evening, Mr. Chris. Be informed of the Guinness license that has been sold to Brazzaville du Cameroon since the month of June. Thus, anything Guinness is now Brazzaville's products. Check out times. All right. I hear you, sir. I hear you. Brazzaville's products are still a no-go in our area, even though they still clandestinely sell it. Good evening, comrade. Love the show you are putting on today. You've been talking about taxis moving in Fako and Munya. What about school resumption And in fact, uniforms are scattered all over the area. What will be done about that? Will nothing be done about that? You remind me, sir. Thank you, because we learned that in Kumba. The colonial mayor of Kumba is forcing people to put on uniforms. I don't know what those uniforms are. If you can update me, that would be great. For what I know, we have banned any government, so-called government schools operating in Ambazonia. And if you are a parent in Kumba, you are having your children going to those schools, especially putting on uniforms, well, again, they say 99 days for a thief, 1 day for the owner. All right. All right, please, the phone line is open. I hope it is open, not locked up as it was before. I hope the phone line is open. So go ahead and call. If I don't have any calls, then I want to believe that everybody is okay, and we can call it for the night. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have exhausted all that I brought to you today. Tony Best says, nice exposition. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Dora says, no retreat, no surrender. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Somebody else. Steve Kinyo must be a little black leg out there, says, beggars, we will beg. We will do everything. If it means kneeling down, we will kneel down and beg to free ourselves. No shame, no remorse about that. Okay. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am waiting for your calls. The phone line, I believe, is open. Go ahead and call. You also have the phone line right there on your screen. If some people were asking for the phone line. Go ahead and call. All right. I am going to take a brief break out. And when I come back again, I will be taking your calls. But in the absence of any calls, I will say good night. So don't touch your remote.
ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level. Contact our advertising team at absafricativ@gmail.com. ABS can help you reach your target audience like never before. Advertising on ABS, you'll benefit from our extensive reach and dedicated viewership. We offer special advertising packages during primetime slots and popular shows. You'll also be featured on our social media platforms, reaching an even wider audience. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Take your business to the next level.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and again, the phone line is open. This is your time to call and ask a question, make a contribution, whatever you have in mind to ask or to say. This is what we call open mic, because you are at liberty to speak on any subject that you want to, and also ask any question that you may want to ask. So the phone line is right there on your screen. I will wait for the next 2 minutes. If there is no call, I believe everyone is okay. I will believe everyone is okay. Somebody is putting a line, phone number on the screen. I don't know what that number is, but see, that must be a Belgian number, not the live number here. So you go ahead and make your phone call, please. Go ahead and make your phone call. And let me see. I'd like to bring you this. All right, let me get to this caller here. Hello. Hello. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Chris. Good evening, Mr. Yeah, good evening, Mr. Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where you the call from?
I call from the.
Wonderful. All right.
I call from the.
Okay. How in the day today?
No, it's very nice. Everything is fine there.
All right. Go ahead and ask. Is it a question or whatever it is?
We have a point. So many people are so worried about our brother, our warriors.
Worry about who?
About yeah, we are so about our brother Nepotism. We don't know since the February we are not beginning about him.
Well, I would say nothing to be worried about. If anything was wrong with him, it would be public knowledge, right?
Okay, because people are saying that he's dead, some people are saying that he's alive, some people are saying that he have injury. Many people are sick because of him.
Yeah, you know what, man? I thought they don't die with me. I'm not sure they don't die, right? So all when I just when maybe it is sick or whatever, but whatever the case, it will return. You hear now?
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for the call. All right, go ahead and call, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and call. I am waiting for your call to leave. In the meantime, I like to bring this image to you people. Now, the image you see there on your screen,
I don't see him.
that is,
If
I think I was told that is Ingi Road, ladies and gentlemen, Ingi Road. Can you imagine the nature of that road? When we say neglect, after how many years? I understand that is Ingi. I think that's Ingi or Oshe, but it's around that area. Look at that. I don't know how vehicles, I don't even think a Land Rover, as good as they are, can climb that road. Look at that. That's what we are still suffering from. After 61 years, after 61 years without a public Cameroon, those are the roads leading to some of our main towns. I think in this case, I think they said Ingi or Oshe, one of those places. Can you imagine that? Yet our people pay tax. Yet they produce coffee, cocoa, oil, palm oil, and stuff, and they don't have a means to get that produce from their market. I mean, from their farms to the market. I remember going to Achatugi when I was very young. I don't know whether it was my father or mother who was there with an eye problem. And I passed through this road. Nothing has changed. I think I was in Form 3 or Form 2 in secondary school then. I was shocked looking at this image. This image was sent to me yesterday. I was shocked looking at this image that nothing has changed. Nothing has changed on this road. It's unfortunate, but that's what we fight for. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that no other call is coming in. I will call it a day here. I'll call it a night here for today, and I look forward to being with you with a very special message on Friday. On Friday, and I really love everybody to tune in on Friday for that special message. You guys have a great night and a great weekend. God bless you all.